All right, everyone. Are we ready to start a new drawing?
No!
Well, too bad. I'm using acrylic markers, obviously, and Bristol paper. Normally, I draw things in my sketchbooks so they could be more organized, but this time I decided to make something a little larger scale. Plus, most of my sketchbooks are small, but not for long. I'm going to rant about something real quick. I've been looking for a job, obviously. I think we've all been applying to like 900 jobs and getting like 2 interviews. But this year, I'm actually getting a lot of recruiters reaching out to me. But most of them are straight up just AI scams. Back in the day, it was pyramid schemes and MLMs. And now it's just freaking AI. I've literally started replying in the snarkiest way possible. And you know what? You guys should follow suit. Boycott it. Boycotts work. Whatever. But that is honestly all I'm going to say because we come here to relax, fellas. We don't come here to think about how awful the world is. So, on that note, I've realized that the reason I've always been really creative and imaginative is because I've been living in delusion my entire life. I am the OG Delulu girly. I have not been living on Earth a single day that I've been here, and I realize that this has helped me cope throughout the years. And at this point, I'm going to go back to that. So if I start talking about being from a different planet and aliens and whatever, none of that is true. That is all just speculation on your part, and the FBI can't say nothing about that. I don't know nothing about nobody. Amen. Good. Yes, riz her up. Anyway, for some reason this drawing took me like 3 separate sittings to complete. That doesn't usually happen. But this was also back when I had a boyfriend, so I couldn't just spend all my time drawing. I had to give the poor boy some attention, or else he would literally die. And in this life, I'm trying to keep my body count low. However, it is because of this that I wonder, am I even built for a relationship? Am I just destined to be single? And then I think I'm a hopeless romantic, but actually, no, I'm not. In fact, the only reason that I used to watch romance anime was because my ex was a romantic. Both of my exes were, actually. So I just tend to wonder if perhaps I am simply too wretched to hold on to any human relationships. You know, now that I think about it, it did take me like a good 25 years of being alive on this planet to make deep friendships. And I still freaking hate half of them. Nah, they're cool. They're cool. They're doing some cool stuff. I'll let them live in this upcoming apocalypse. You know, I did not remember using my Prismacolor tin as a paint palette, and I wonder if there's a meme about artists using the randomest craps as palettes. If there isn't, there should be. I've ruined so many chairs and tables like that. I still use them, of course. I'm not going to just throw them away because they got a little paint on them. How stupid would that be? Also, you know what? I'm going to say it. Yellow is low-key a nice color. Yellow kind of eats. Ooh, here's a trick I don't utilize often enough. We all know that a good line art can amplify an art by quite a lot. Something about the way this matte paint performs under Prismacolors is so delicious. Oh, I remember why I don't use this trick that often, actually. It's because this is considered big by my standards because I usually make smaller art, and with smaller art, it's harder to get good detail with Prismacolors. What I actually realistically need to do is find a bunch of colored pencils that are a little bit thinner, maybe like 0.5. Here I am making a short. I'm going to be completely honest, I don't know where that footage is, so you're not going to be seeing it anytime soon. I wish there were more marker and pencil sounds available, but for some reason the original sound file had none of it. Anyway, who cares? Here I am adding a few more details. Actually, I don't usually like the way that I draw leaves, but the way I drew that leaf on the bottom, chef's kiss. It's me, I'm the chef, because I'm always cooking. Not past me teasing present me with footage that I can never find. Okay, fellas, here's the deal. If I can find this footage and make a short out of it, you are legally obligated to subscribe to me. If you don't, there will be consequences. Oh my God, I'm really hungry. It's like 6 p.m. and I only had one food today. Just right. Yeah, anyway, that's my video. Subscribe or don't. I really don't care.